Okay, welcome to the BPL Heritage session, and welcome friends and colleagues, and it's marvellous to be given this opportunity to look back at our past and to see where we've come from in order to kind of capture what the kind of essence of the site. The words blood, plague and smallpox seem to be the most appropriate because they're the key contributions that this site has been making to science, medicine and healthcare over this period of time. To kind of capture what the kind of essence of the site, the words blood, plague and smallpox seem to be the most appropriate because they're the key contributions that this site has been making to science, medicine and healthcare over this period of time. To plague, and this is for the research. So around the late 1890s all the way through to the 1930s there was a significant and very tragic series of plague outbreaks in India. There was an unfortunate incident that happened. So in order to advance the plague research, there was an eminent Australian plague specialist called Thomas Carlyle Parkinson, who took the boat from Australia over here to begin a lot of the plague research. Unfortunately, when he was working in the Yersin laboratory, he contracted pneumonic plague in 1909, and his digs were Queensberry Lodge, because Queensberry Lodge was converted into places for certain people to stay, and he went back that evening into Queensberry Lodge, and then unfortunately he died in the lodge, which may or may not explain the strange ghost-like sensations that some people have experienced. And his body is buried in Aldenham Churchyard. Dame Harriet Chick. And she advanced protein denaturation. She was also the founder of the Nutrition Society, and she also created one of the first laws for disinfectants, Muriel Robinson. And she did studies into African sleeping sickness. Alfred Theodore McConkie. McConkie today is best known for a microbiological culture medium that he invented called McConkie agar, which is used for screening for fecal microorganisms, particularly E. coli. And he invented his agar because, it may seem strange now, but at that time some of the water utility providers were releasing sewage into waterways, and they needed to do something about that. But we've moved on beyond that. Now, smallpox is what the Lister Institute is perhaps, or should be best known for. So smallpox was a disease that humanity had to contend with for thousands of years. You can go back to Egyptian mummies and find scars of smallpox infections. And the smallpox vaccine that was developed by the site was the world's first freeze-dried vaccine. And the person who pioneered freeze-drying at Elstree was Leslie Collier. And his freeze-dried vaccine, the Lister strain, was adopted by the World Health Organization, and it was the primary vaccine that led to the eradication of smallpox from the planet. So at Elstree there were two people who were really important for those early plasma product researchers. So there was a man called Arthur McFarlane, and there was a man called Ralph Keckwick. Certain beef products to have a prion that could potentially be transmitted through the remaining white blood cells in plasma. It was all highly theoretical, but the risk was such that there was a ban placed on UK plasma.